but yeah, let's start with the little things that I want to share. I do want to, maybe the highlight of this stream is, and we're going to go right into that. I want to share with you the one crypto channel that really, from my point of view, deserves a true #1 rating. This is the #1 crypto channel when it comes to technical analysis. He's been spot on for I don't know how long I've been following him, for ever since I've been following him. Now he has an approach much different than me, and we're not talking about traders reality, because Tino, he explains the market very well. But he, whenever you listen to Tino, it can go up, it can go down, right? And there's, this can happen, that can happen. But this YouTuber I'm talking about, he knows a thing or two about crypto. Crypto Granny, how are you? Nuttensprudler, oder was hast du gesagt zum Dom Perignon? Anyway, so, and we got Ace King 302. I'm good, brother. How are you? So let me know. I'm gonna let you know who that crypto YouTube channel is, but do you have a guess? Who could it be? One thing I can guarantee you, who it's not. In fact, I also want to, before we're going to present to you the best crypto technical analytic YouTube channel, I also want to introduce you to the worst. Let's start with the worst.
Takes 20 seconds and then you can start trading on Bybit. Some people call me a genius, but the only way to really win big is if you really bet big, right? You have to bet and invest a lot to be able to earn a lot. And I would only recommend this if you are actually very passionate and absolutely incredible. Even more incredible is that all of us are right now in a massive long position over on Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. So Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Absolutely incredible. But the only way to really win big is if you really bet big, right? Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. Absolutely incredible. The only really part of this that is not crypto is like a couple of cars, a couple of watches, and like, Bybit, Phoenix, and Prime Expertise. And all of my leveraged long positions are right now once again exploding into profits. Let me show you my long positions open right now.
So here how are you doing? Ivan 1381. So now that we looked at the worst crypto technical analyst channel, from my point of view, we should not use leverage, right? And I'm still going to give you a few minutes. I want to see you must be watching some other crypto YouTube channels. Do you have an idea who's the best technical analyst on YouTube? Let's just go in. So what do we have? Harris is asking, are we gonna buy some Thorchain Rune? Well, as I said, today is gonna be just chit chat. So I love a good question. Let's go in and have a look at Thorchain Rune. You see, I love Thorchain Rune, right? And let's just go in here and look at some Rune. There we go. And then let's see. But everything's so down now, right? Everything looks similar and everything looks sad. Yeah, look at this. Look at that, how we're down. And it's funny. When I look at this chart, right, it looks like we could look at anything else. I have to say, Thorchain Rune is a coin that I love, and it is a coin that we are holding. We are holding it in our portfolio, right? And we're not going to get rid of it. So, in fact, we will also average in. But I also what I want to point out here now, we are going to go into a phase now where we will be opening, let's say, increasing our positions, maybe even opening up some new ones. And this will be happening here now in the next 3 to 4 weeks. So there will be a bit of a, I always say there will be a bit of a change, but there will be a bit of a change now. And it's simply because the market, right? We are very close to the 12,000. And remember, it is not really going to make a big difference if you pick up Bitcoin at 15,000 or at 12,000, or for that matter at 8,000, if the expectation is 200,000, right? So maybe we should just still want to know if you know who the best crypto YouTube technical analyst is. But let's run over and yeah, let's just look at some charts in the meantime. First of all, here, of course, we're looking at the 15 minutes as we do every day, right? And we can see Bitcoin now down 5% and Ethereum down 3% and then 4% to DOT, and then we got 5% to Cardano. Now, besides here, if we look at the chart down here in the right corner, we can see that DOT had, Polkadot is not completely, doesn't look like, it's as if we were looking at the same 4 charts, simply because there was something here, a short push up to $6.30, but that was quick over. So if we take me away, right, and we just look at we look at BTC, we look at Cardano, we look at Ethereum, we can just see, right, it's the correlation it's unbelievable. The volume and everything just correlates, and again, it's just a sign of market manipulation. But we know that, right? So, but let's go in and look at Bitcoin, because let's go here. As we can see, I know now there are many individuals that are saying we're gonna now we're gonna go down to 8,000, right? I hope you can see me now. So now I'm big enough here on this screen, right? There we go. So what is impressive about this chart is that we can really see volume is increasing, right? It's amazing how the volume has gone up. That's probably a good sign. But what I wanted to point out is that when I started with my prediction here about 20 and 12,000, that was all the way back in January, right? When we were around here, I don't even know where we were, around 40,000, 42,000. We have waited a long time, right? And we've been talking about quality, and we've been talking about the Web 3.0, and we've been talking about the Bank for International Settlements and the CBDCs. God, fuck me, we've been talking a lot. And but now we're slowly coming to a point where we're gonna stop talking and we're gonna do action. We're gonna start opening up positions, because all those stable coins that we have in the right pocket, in the left pocket, and in the back pocket, they need to be used. So what I want to point out, you're gonna hear now many people saying it can still go down and down and I don't know, so down. Yeah, hey, they should have said that 9 months ago. That would have been the right time to say it's gonna go down. Now you want to say it's gonna go up, right? So why am I so happy? Not happy, but convinced, is because unless the future of finance is going to implode and the blockchain and crypto was all a bunch of nothing, which, you never say never, but we will categorize that as force majeure. Right now, I think right now is the time to enter the market. And we are, and I've always said we should enter the market when we are seeing blood on the street. And the fat lady, it ain't over until the fat lady sings. But I think that the fat lady, she has been singing. Was it FTX? Maybe. That we have had a lot of bad things to listen to. So sometimes I don't know if you guys want to see me bigger or smaller or how you want to see me. I don't know really. No, so what I want to say is now is the time to pick up good coins. So what, as I said, we're going to do in the next 3 or 4 weeks is I will announce, I will make specific videos of the coins that we are picking up. Obviously, we're still holding some coins and bags and here and there, lots of and gaming shit coins in the gaming industry. But I really try to guide you, because I have said that it is my mission to make you among the 1% in the third cycle. And this is the third cycle. It's coming up, right? So I think you get the essence. Are we going to go down and see 12 yet? Then really we're going to end maybe 8, 7, 8. I don't know. And I also, the real bad thing is I don't know the timing of it. But in terms, and I've always said, when mainstream media really only talk bad about everything, that's when we enter. So I want to go to another, let me just go here quickly to I love to chat with you guys. So here we are. So what did I want to say? I want to now jump over to CNBC, and I've tried also in, always to show that how the mainstream media that ultimately will help us to attract mass adoption, right? Blockchain mass adoption. So we're not really going to watch these 2-3 minutes, but on CNBC today, I think yesterday or today, Jim Cramer and some other idiots, right? They were really talking about FTX. I don't know if you watched it, but it was quite, at least they're making awareness, but talking about how bad everything is. And when mainstream media talks about how bad everything is, that's exactly when we have to enter the market. And that's, we have to go contrary to what's going on. So let me just see, let's watch 1-2 minutes together.
Accounts that are frozen, where it's just your money. There's a look at the press release announcing this bankruptcy.
That is Lehman. Remember, that was Lehman.
Yeah,
couldn't get your money.
You're also talking just about a domino effect and what's connected to what. We don't know, Jim. We don't know. I'm not saying there is, but we don't know.
Okay, well, the reason I say it's not a domino effect is that this is a corner of the market that wasn't part of the market, okay? It was in the same way that if you went to Caesars and you beat Caesars, okay? I mean, that's what it was. I'm not encouraging you to beat Caesars.
All right, but there was cross-collateralization.
I think we talked enough about that, or we saw enough. But I want to point out here again, when mainstream media really are talking about how bad it is, that means there is really blood on the street. Here, when CNBC, mainstream are pumping it up, that's blood on the street right there. Lots of blood on the street. The fat lady, she's fucking singing. And I have to say, I think Jim Cramer, he talks a lot of nonsense, and he has spoken a lot of nonsense over the past 20 years. But I do like his example, what he was saying there. He was saying it was a corner of the market. You see, the funny thing is, Jim Cramer is now going to become the crypto specialist. He's becoming the new number one. But he was saying it's a corner of the market, and it is like if you go to Caesars. Now, in case you don't know what Caesars is, I think it's Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. It's like gambling. So that's how he was trying to, let's say, reason that, this is not the future of blockchain, Jim Cramer. So anyway, I think that was that was maybe the most interesting piece of news that we could talk about today. So back to the chit chat. How are you, Boris? How are you doing? And Harris will say, he said projects related to FTX and Alameda will suffer losses. That means 1inch also, I guess. Yeah, well, I mean, 1inch. Then you also got to look at the protocol and what are they providing. And I don't know, even if I don't know that. I guess you're referring to they were holding some 1inch tokens, but there's one thing that I really love about 1inch. It's the best and first aggregator of decentralized exchanges. And if there's one thing that's going to be important in the future, it is decentralized exchanges. And we all know that in the normal life, we all love aggregators, right? When we want to book a flight, we want to buy insurance, we want to find ladies, a new wife. We all use aggregators. So I would not worry so much about 1inch. Let's have a quick look here. And of course, but everything is down, right? So we can see everything is down. So what can we say? Let's look at all. Yeah, that looks pretty, that looks pretty sad, but everything looks sad at the moment. But actually, you should turn it around and you should be smiley and you should be happy. Everything looks fucking fantastic, to be honest, from an investor's perspective, right? So, let's see here. Just want to go down and see how much it's down from its all-time low. 92%. Well, we got other good protocols that are down 96%, right? I mean, if we go over here to CoinGo.Live, I like to look at this because I think it simplifies things. And we go in here and we look at the all-time highs. Let's see if we can find where are the all-time highs. Is it here? Yeah, there we go. And we can see Bitcoin is down 75%, right? And I'm sure we can find 93% for Solana, and what else do we have? All 91% for Algorand. I mean, look at that. 97% for Bitcoin Cash. We got VeChain down 92%, 98% for Filecoin. So you could actually argue that 1inch has not even been hit the hardest, right? Theta, remember how everybody loved Theta? I mean, down 93%. I mean, so what I'm saying is, I think that 1inch, they have a great business model, and I really wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry there. That's at least what I can say. So what else are some other good things? IOTA down 95%. Love it, right? I mean, IOTA, is working with serious enterprises. We know that. Pancake probably is going to have more potential than ever. Decentralization, right? And the graph down 97%. We really need. I was reading up a little bit. You see, I love the graph. It's just sometimes it's hard for me because I'm not so technical, and the graph is really, it's a protocol that is providing data and interconnecting the Web 3.0. I mean, but the graph, yeah, I really need to make a video on that, because that is basically providing data, putting it in order so that you can find what you're looking for. Yesterday was referred to as a kind of a Google for the Web 3.0. So down 97%, it's complete that's things that I like too, and that's down 97%. Anyway, let's go back, see anybody in the chat and other good questions. I love it when there's some questions. Then it didn't matter that I didn't prepare any presentations. CryptoSing, how are you? I love 1inch, and 1inch loves you, CryptoSing. Now everything's affordable. I never thought I would have Aave and Com. There you go. Persian Empire. How are you doing? Salam alaikum. You know what? It's so, and I love that Vaxi is pointing that out, because it's only, I don't know now, it's 3 months or 6 months ago that I've really been pushing these DeFi coins. We didn't do it a year ago, right? Because when you go in again, and that's what I maybe wanted to say is that when the question also came with Thorchain Rune, first, it is like a waterfall. Once we're going to see money move into the market again, it will enter first Bitcoin, obviously, and then it will enter the top quality protocols, right? And the DeFi is going to be really the future. So of course there's a risk, because Thorchain Rune interoperability, we like it. It has been good, but I'm not saying any but. I'm just trying to put in stages of how we're going to enter the market and how we're going to let it drip, and money will come in. It will come into the top quality coins. And as Vaxi just said, he never thought he was going to have Aave and Compound, and especially not having, and let's go back and look, because these are top DeFi protocols. These are going to be the payment, the liquidity providers of the future of finance, right? So if we look at Aave, it's down 90%. That means if it's going to go up to its all-time high, are going. Not financial advice and all them goodies, right? We're not allowed to. I'm always here. The page is not really. It's making little jokes with me. That means 947% upwards potential. However, every time we see a next cycle come in, we always see basically ×3 the last all-time high, right? We saw in 2018, we saw Bitcoin at 20,000, then we saw it at 70,000. So let's just say 60 for the easy calculation. That means in the next time probably should be around 200,000, 220. So you can get an Aave at 90% discount. You can get a Compound, where we have Compound here. Let's look at Compound at 95% discount. That means that would generate you 2,233% if it was to go to its all-time high of $39. And if you times 3, that would be that would be 120. Just remember, everything I say and do is not financial advice. You do know that, right? You do your own research, and I do my own research, because in the end of the day, I don't know shit about crypto. So yeah, so thank you for that, Vex. That was good that you said that. And what else do we have? How does the graph token benefit from its use case? I just said that, Tom. I just said to you, I cannot talk technical about the graph. I mean, I know kind of in my mind how it works, but not on TV, you know. No, the graph deserves a real video because it is so technical that it's hard for me really to explain it here. So this will be one of the, and because this is one of also Betty's bigger holdings, and Betty is not so happy. Betty, she sometimes doesn't understand that we gotta buy when prices are low and not when they are high, right? So I'm also struggling. So in case you have a wife or a father or a husband or that doesn't understand crypto and probably making you feel bad about your decisions and calling you a clown, well, you got to stick to it, right? We are on the right track. Now is the time to buy more. So so the graph, you just wait for that, Tom, because that is really benefit from a use case. I mean, actually, but I will just say, I mean, even actually the graph is already earning money, and the third quarter of 2022, they were increasing the revenues and the growth. So, but we'll make that video. Arweave on the 10, Shahid, and there's a soul brother. That's my soul brother. What can I say? Shade, and he's right? Because let's go in and look at Arweave. I mean, what a sexy looking coin. Let's see, can we even find it on Binance? Where do we have it here? This is also, let's look at the daily, because Arweave, I mean, look, this is where we were at $10, right? And then the news came out that Meta is going to use Arweave as their decentralized storage partner provider. Boom, it went up. And I can tell you, I was feeling so bad. I was feeling so bad because I hadn't really, gotten the bag that we were supposed to. And then it just went up to 17, 18. And I can tell you, it takes a lot of, balls. Then, even I'm like thinking, fuck. I mean, should I get in? Because, Meta and Facebook and Instagram, they're going to use it. But then you got to have, no emotions. Got to look at the overall market. And thank you, Shade, for pointing that out also, because now we are below the news of the day. So, I mean, we can even see, I mean, you see, I'm not going to, we could still maybe go down lower, but at least now we are below the news of Meta, and that makes me feel good about things. There is one thing that I want to point out about Arweave, and that is, I want to show you here. Let's go in and look at some stats quickly, because, and this is also what I said prior to the current bear market, and we need to look at the numbers. Here we go. Show more. You see, they still have a market cap of 316 million, right? 316 million. That doesn't in any way really justify really what they're doing, and so this is really based on the future. What I'm trying to say here is that Arweave will be just as good as a protocol and will just as much potential, but it could still go down to only 200 market cap, right? 150 market cap. So I'm not completely sure how low we're going to go, but I do know that we are entering, because I do think long term, this is really the place that you want to be. And it's so lovely to see that we didn't get tricked out here from the news, from Meta. So what else do we have? I hope, I know today is a little bit different, but I think it's fun. So what do you say, Surfer Girl? Can you get Arweave on DEX instead of exchanges? I can't find it. Well, that's a good question, and all you do there is that you just go back to CoinMarketCap, and then you go to markets. Oh, let me take me away here. And then you go to markets, and then you can see it is listed on Binance, Huobi, KuCoin, Bittrex, OKX, Bybit Crypto. You're right, Crypto Tokyo, Crypto OK, and BitTrue. But you see, okay, I know what you are asking. Well, I can imagine why you're asking, can you get it on a decentralized exchange? And the question is really, really good. But you don't, you see, what a lot of us, or what I do in this case, is I would go to Binance. I would buy it on Binance, and then from Binance I would transfer it to my wallet, to my cold storage hardware ledger wallet. So you don't necessarily need to keep it, or you should not keep it on your on the exchange. Now I'm saying good, really good advice. Now specifically with Arweave, I actually don't even know, because as I said, we missed out on that. So the few that we have, I still have them on Binance. That's a good question though that you asked. But generally, if you cannot find it on decentralized exchanges, you can buy them on centralized exchanges. It's just important that you then transfer them to your own hard store wallet. How are you, my good friend Samuel?
Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing. Hello Africa, tell me how you doing. Hello motherland, tell me how you doing.
So, and let's go in. I like the question also from Harris. How much down do you think altcoins will go lower with prices? And I think we touched up on that 3 days ago. I tried at least, and I do have an answer, or let's say a theory on this. And remember, we're still going to figure out we'll show you who's the best crypto YouTube technical analyst. So, no, what I wanted to point out here is we can see here, we're looking at the weekly, and we can see Bitcoin is around, where it is, around the 16,000 today. If we think it's going to go down to 12, it means, it still has some potential down. Now, I want to, for example, compare this with what do we want to, with Compound, for example. Because I like Compound, it is one of the big quality coins. Now, if we look here at the weekly and we scroll out, you can see that it already had a low in June, 13th of June. At that time, it was trading around 25. Now, this goes for many coins, for the overall altcoin. So now I will show you 2 or 3 or 4, so you get my point of view. Currently, Compound is trading at 39. I think if Bitcoin is going to go down to 12, or if even it's going to go a bit lower than that, I think that, for example, a coin like Compound will then go down to exactly this point here on 13th of June, which in that case will be 24. So if we want to look at let's look at Curve, for example. I also like Curve. I think it also looks very similar. Now, Curve was the one that Curve went lower than it was on the 13th of June. But it doesn't mean that, what I'm trying to get at is, I believe that kind of the altcoins had their lows 13th of June. And, this is just a real theory, right? There's nothing so much behind this. But we always see, the altcoins and the big ones, they started to go down before Bitcoin, and they will also start to rise before Bitcoin. Yeah, see, with Aave here, we have a good example. Also on the 13th of June, it was down at 42. Now we're at 63. So that would mean, I think this is probably the best example, because it doesn't look like a lot. It does not look like a lot. But at 13th of June, we were around 43. Now we're at 63, right? That means that Aave would still have a potential drop of 50%, roughly, calculating. And if we look at Bitcoin going down to 12,000, or should it, goddammit, be, no, not 4,000, maybe 8,000. It also, so I think that's how we are, I think, yeah, that's my theory again. So my theory is that altcoins will probably go to around their lows of 13th of June. I mean, of course, every chart is a little bit different, right? But I don't think they will go much lower than that. So there's still potential for them to go also to go lower. But this is what, and I think this is also what one of our good friends yesterday, he said that you got to think about the upwards potential. And if you think about the upwards potential, you know, you never ever, maybe you will be lucky, but I've never been able to buy the coin at the absolute low. And I've never been able to sell at the absolute high, but within 10% range almost every time. 12,000 is on the cards. There you go. It is on the cards. Yeah, we are close. I'm patting myself on the back for saying in January that we were gonna, when we were at 42, that we were gonna go to 12, and we hit 15. So, okay, what can you? I think that's how much do you think? Yeah. So how much they can go lower? I think approximately about that. But it also all depends now on what's really going to go on. Guys, I wanna. Is it wise to try to exploit Solana crash short term? Boys, when you ask me that, I think it's about, is it about short term trading? Or I mean, I don't see massive problems for Solana, but I'm not a Solana expert, so I would consider myself more Web3 and Ethereum. And so I don't really know the dynamics. And especially after we have seen, you know, after we saw Terra and now we saw FTX, we've actually seen reputable entities go down the whatever the sewerage, right? So I would try. I mean, don't create love and see. Let's go back to and this is really what I always try to point out. Right now, it's a buffet, right? You can, I mean, look at this. You're never going to get these top quality coins. So let's go in and look at Solana. What is Solana? Solana is down 93% from its all-time high. I don't know if you can see that here on the screen, but it's down 93%. I mean, I would buy, instead of that, I would buy Uniswap, which is down 86%. I would buy a Polkadot that's down 89%. I mean, what I'm trying to say, I would try to go in to things that I think where I'm more confident that it's going to, you know, to succeed. Or Ethereum at down 73%, or for that matter, Bitcoin down 75%. Obviously, we know that Bitcoin and Ethereum probably doesn't have as much, you know, are not going to do 100x, right? But I mean, yeah, so that's try not to have too much love there. On Algorand down 91%. So that's how I would do it. Yeah, really try to go with the ones that you really think, or an Arweave for 90%. Yeah. Focus really on, I think now is you got to have a defensive approach. So I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen with Solana. So guys, Chiliz is great. Great. Yeah, well, here, I mean, what do you think about the soccer tokens, Chiliz and Well, Algorand, I think, have much. Salam, Crypto Alley. I think that Algorand has so much more potential because of there's also another technical issue that I find hard to talk about unless I have some text in front of me. But Algorand, right, they have already, they're quantum resistant, and the Fed is working with them. So there's one little thing that we do need to talk about, remember, and that is we always need to talk about the CBDC development. And so let's go over here to the BIS, right, the Bank for International Settlements. Then we go here, bam. Then you go in and you can see, I mean, this is also something on their landing page, their homepage, the first page. Welcome to Bank for International Settlements, the mother of all central banks. And the first things that you see on the mother of all central banks is Project Mariana. That's all on the blockchain. And also what came out yesterday is Project 2 billion. And when you go in there, 2 billion, explore cyber resiliency, scalability, and privacy in a prototype CBDC. And then actually when you then go in here and then a little bit about eCash, and then you can see quantum resistant cryptography. And then you press here, boom, and then you come to another website which is called NIST.gov. I mean, that's a government site, right? So NIST is, I don't even know what they stand for. I did the read, but the National Institute of Standards and Technology, right? That's the NIST. That's the NIST. And so they're basically, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, and they have, they made in 2016, they called the world's cryptographers to devise and come up with some post-quantum cryptography standardization project, and that's where we see Arweave. No, Algorand, not Arweave, Algorand. So now we also had the CBDC news out of the way. Thank God. So Algorand, and Chili's is obviously with the NFTs, and Chili's is already, what do you call it? Cooperations with all the big sports clubs basically in the world. Snake T3R. The best is crown. No. Gingy, Nikos, no, you're number one. Now I will introduce you to really the best technical analyst on YouTube. He's not so exciting. He's actually pretty boring, I think, but he fucking gets it right always. My hat's off to Crypto Savvy. So here you can see on YouTube, you can go in there, Crypto Savvy, and and I don't know if you know him. Let's just quickly watch here.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Crypto Savvy Channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to be taking a look at the charts. We got a little pump yesterday because of the CPI reports, but guys, I don't believe this is going to last. I think the market's going to give this all back. We're also going to take a look at Bitcoin. We're going to take a look at the DXY. The DXY has dropped too. We're going to take a look at that also. So make sure you stick around for the whole video. It's a lot to be said here, and a lot of things are lining up for that next low at around 14.5, possibly lower. We'll take a look at that also. I'll give you the areas that I'm watching for support and resistance.
Enough is enough. I don't know if you know Crypto Savvy, but I gotta say, he's been spot on. He's an honest guy. My hat's off to him. All my respect.